Building confidence isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process. It's built brick by brick, step by step, experience by experience. Confidence is earned. It's the result of discipline, consistency, and learning to trust yourself. Confidence doesn't come from outside sources. It doesn't come from someone telling you that you're great or from a string of accomplishments. No, those things help, but real confidence comes from within. It's about developing the internal belief that no matter what happens, no matter the setbacks, you can rely on yourself to handle it. And I'm telling you, life will test you on that. It will ask, are you sure you can do this? Are you strong enough? And it's in those moments that your confidence will either rise or crumble. One of the foundational pillars of success, whether in business or personal life, is confidence. The kind of confidence that isn't swayed by a bad day, a harsh word, or a failed attempt. The kind of confidence that stands tall no matter what. But how do we build this type of confidence? I'm going to share with you 5 rules I've learned over the years. I've learned these rules from my mentors, and trust me, it is an art. But it's also a science. There are things you can do, actions you can take to build long-lasting confidence. Not the kind that fades when things get tough, but the kind that grows stronger with each challenge. The first rule for building long-lasting confidence is to master the small disciplines. Now let me tell you what I mean by that. Confidence doesn't come from doing something grand once in a while. It comes from doing the little things every day consistently until they become second nature. You see, it's easy to overlook the small things, but what happens when you start skipping those little things? You start to weaken your foundation. Think about it. If you make a promise to yourself, even a small one, and you don't keep it, you chip away at your own self-belief. You're telling yourself in subtle ways that you can't be trusted, and if you can't trust yourself, how can you be confident? Confidence is built on trust, on knowing that you'll do what you say you'll do, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient. The reason this works is that you're training yourself to succeed. Every time you follow through on a small commitment, you're reinforcing the idea that you are someone who does what they say they will do. And over time, that builds a powerful foundation of trust. You're no longer relying on external validation to feel good about yourself. You've built it from within, brick by brick, day by day. But let me be clear. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You're gonna slip up. You're gonna have days where you don't meet your own standards. That's part of being human. But here's the key. When you slip up, get back on track as quickly as possible. Don't let one missed day turn into a missed week and then a missed month. The sooner you get back to your small disciplines, the less damage you'll do to your confidence. Let me ask you something. How often do you keep the promises you make to yourself? Not the big ones, like landing that job or buying that house, but the small ones. Do you follow through on your daily commitments? Because if you're not, that's where you need to start.
Just a sec, guys. I have issues. Can you hear me? Because I seem to have a mic issue. Am I low, maybe? You can hear me fine? All right. I guess it's all good. But it says that my mic is very low and my output should be minimal, loud and clear. All right. Hello and welcome to another edition of Improving Yourself. It has been my little mantra for like a couple of months now. Well, it's been a mantra of mine for a long time, but I started focusing on it for a couple of months ago. Yeah. Today is not going to be a long show. I've said that a couple of times, but this time I really mean it. It was my daughter's birthday today, so we've been out all day and had a lot of fun. Had a good dinner. So yeah, I have a little rant. It will take me, if we're lucky, 15, 20 minutes to give my little take on confidence. And after that, if somebody wants to join, we do that. If not, or after, let me say it like that, we have a little presentation, me and Bas. We, of course, kind of have our weekly thing now. We kind of pump out a track a week now, and it's pretty consistent. And you know what? I love consistency, if you know me. So that's awesome. I know this one is special for Bas. He's been waiting years to get this track out there, and today is a special day for him. And I'm glad that I could help with that. He helped me with my Illusion of Paradise. He helped put a song lyrics to my poem, and now I help him putting some music behind his words and a little video. So I think I'm getting better at this video thing, but yeah, it is still in the beginning process. So bear with me. I even fucked up at the intro. I saw that one. So, but yeah, for those who don't know, me and Bas makes music, and we don't give a shit about what people think, because neither Bas and I are musicians, but we are great with feelings and notions and messages. So we do AI music, and some people love it, some people hate it, and it's all fine. We do what we can. I still believe it's better than other AI music out there, because you can. I feel you can feel there's a human behind it. So yeah, you can let me think what you want about our music, but really we don't care, and that's the confidence we're gonna talk about today. Yeah, so confidence is an important tool. If you join my journey early, you know that I didn't always have confidence. For those who know me back in, between 15 and 20, back in the day when I was on different topics, knows that I barely had any confidence back then. I didn't have confidence in the world. Didn't have confidence in myself. I didn't have confidence in any historic book I could find anywhere. So it was troubling times for me. But then 2020 hit, and of course that was a big thing. But when you look at it, it brought some good. I wouldn't be this confident guy I am today without the 2020 thing. That's just a fact. That made me look at myself. That made me improve myself. That made me like myself. After I dislike myself, because that always comes first. But what I'm saying is that you should find confidence in good and bad. It's not always about hyping things up. It's not all about motivational speaking. Failures brings confidence too. Everything that brings information towards your goal creates confidence, even when you do it wrong. Then you know what not to do. And now you have confidence. If you avoid that, you'll get there, but I'll take that in a minute. I have a little presentation with my sport that I would like to do in order to explain that about failure. But first, I want to talk about confidence in whole. Confidence It's like, I've said it before, it's irrational motion that needs to be controlled, just like fear, just like envy, just like any irrational thought. There are happy and sad are pretty clear cut, but fear and envy, for once, isn't. But if you think of it, fear and envy can be used as fuel, as most motivational for drive to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So if I see my neighbor have something really fancy, I'm like, oh my God, I would love to have that. Oh my God, I'm so envious of this guy. I can use that as fuel to get that or get something better, or I can vanish and say, yeah, I'm never going to get that. So fear and envy are irrational thoughts, is irrational emotions that has good and bad in it, depend on how you use it. And confidence is no different. Too little confidence and you won't get there. Too much confidence and you'll fall off there. So it's a balance thing. Like if you've heard me explain fear before, I said it's like fire. If you nurture it, it will keep you warm. It will cook food for you. It will light up your house. And the moment you don't watch it, it's going to burn the house down. And it's the same thing with confidence. Confidence needs to be controlled. And confidence is like a snowball running down the hill, First you want it, and you want more, and you want more, and you want more. But once you get that ball rolling, it's pretty hard to stop. You need outside forces to stop that. You need a friend that's pulling you back to earth, or an injury, or whatever it might take, because you got too confident, And once you learn that, that's why I waited until I explained all the other shit that I explained at the past shows, because confidence is a tricky one, and you need all those other things implicated before you start trusting yourself that much. You need to know thyself, you need to better thyself, you need to find cadence, find rhythm, find balance, all that. Know who you are, know where you want to go, and then confidence becomes a very, very important tool, but only then. So yeah, and I'm falling off both edges. Sometimes I'm not too confident, and I kind of skip things. I start slipping, because I don't have the confidence I make it. I'm starting to avoid certain tournaments because I don't believe I can do it and stuff like that. It happens, but sometimes I'm on the other scale where I think I can do everything, and somebody's going to pull my head off, and I realize that I couldn't. It's just that simple, really. Both things can hurt you, but if you have the ability to balance it out, it's the most important tool you can find in this world is confidence. It's the best drive, but you need to harness it. Luckily, I have people around me that can pull me down when I get too cocky, and can wheel me up when I slack behind. So, and we do that a lot, especially in the gym. We have this mentality that we pull each other to the level, we ground each other, because as a team like that, we function better if everybody is on the same playing field. The moment somebody gets too cocky, it only takes a black belt to mush him a little, and he calms down, and the other way around. That black belt can encourage confidence in you by letting you play against the black belt. So you can do both things, you know. Yep, I have no doubt, Katina. And welcome. So, yeah. So let me explain what I mean by confidence doesn't always have to come from good scenarios. It can come from failure. I'm gonna add this.
Confidence isn't
Nope, that
something.
was not the one. This one. So this is actually my very first tournament. The very first tournament. I'm a brand new white belt. This is my debut tournament. And I didn't know that you could choke like that, like this guy is doing right here. So I said, okay, let him put his arms over there and I do a double leg, you know. And with that result, that he actually gets a choke on me in my first, that was the final. I actually got silver in my first tournament. Pretty proud of that. But what happens here is I'm trying to do a double leg. And he's kind of putting his arms over to one side and said, that's brilliant. Now this double leg is clear. So I do that. I take my double leg, and I didn't have the rest of it. He cut out. But he choked me with that in that double leg. He did a cross-collar choke, and I had to tap. So I learned from that right there that I can't shoot from inside the distance. I said to myself, okay, I can't shoot from inside the distance. I have to shoot from distance. So the next tournament, I do the exact same thing, but this time I push them away first. Still a double leg. This is the progression of my double leg. You're going to see some pretty sloppy double legs, but it's all right. I wasn't a wrestler. I never was. But look at this double leg. Now I got it from distance, but I got way too low. This is the most sloppy double leg you can make, you know, but somehow I make it work. It was really bad, really terrible. And here's another one. Not very good, but he kind of accepted it. And that's my point right here. You know, I just fucked up 2 double legs really bad, you know, but in that situation right there, I realized that even if I fuck up, the worst case scenario, you know, is that I didn't get the double leg, but in this case, I did it even when I fucked up. And that gives me the confidence to shoot more, you know. Now I'm not afraid. The first times I was afraid to shoot. I was afraid to do it right. I was afraid of all these things. Now I know, hey, man, even if I do it wrong, it still works, you know. And if it doesn't work, I'll just get back up. And that gave me the confidence to shoot more. Even though I was failing. I wasn't failing. I got the takedowns, but you know what I mean. So I took that into the next tournament, and now I'm confident, you know. I still don't have the total skills, but I'm very confident now that I can do double legs. So let's roll it. Oh, from the same tournament. Come on. Next one. Here. Here, see, I push him away. And in this moment, the moment I push him away, I know he's open for a double leg. His arm comes back and everything, you know. And from here, I'm just thinking, I'm going to shoot. I'm going to drive this mofo across the mat, you know, and into the wall if I have to, you know. I'm very confident now. You're going to see the difference in the shot. Still not perfect, but as you can see, I'm not getting better. My head is still on the inside, still wrong position. I want to go get outside and cut the corner. I don't. It's a bad double leg. But because of my confidence in that I can do it, he doesn't stand a chance, even with bad technique. And here it is again, pushing him away. And I shoot and I get my double leg. So now I progressed only by confidence. I'm not better at doing double legs as I wasn't the shots you saw before. The only thing that changed was my confidence, And even if when I was failing my shots, I still had confidence in that could work. Does that make sense to anybody? It's all about getting information. The more information you have on your path to where you want to go, the more confident you'll be. It's really that simple. It's all about information, and failure gives as much, maybe even more information than successes does. So that's what I mean. And now you're going to see the last one is from last year in Sweden. Oh, I don't have that one here. Okay, I have that on another clip. And now you're going to see what confidence brings, because now I'm actually able to do a double leg, a good one. Still not perfect, but much better. Let's see that one again. There it is. Head on the outside. Technique is perfect. Cut in the corner. And I made a double leg. And I made that all by believing that I could. And just kept trying and kept trying. I was trying double legs. That was a focus of mine for 6-7 tournaments. And that's how you do it. You just say, you know what? I'm going to put all my focus in it. And every time I shoot a double leg, I'm going to get information that's going to make me better and more confident. So, yeah. You don't always have to do good stuff in order to gain confidence. All right. Yeah. Practice makes perfect. Yeah. And sometimes the fear of failure is worse than the fear of not succeeding, that came out wrong, but the fear of failure is worth more than any gold medal will ever give you. So, confidence is about keeping the words to yourself. I made an intro today. It fucked up the video, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's in the small victories. Exchange big wins for small victories or small failures, because the bigger you fail, the more confidence you will lose. So it's better to take this big thing that you want to accomplish and break it up to little bits, and it gets small wins along the way. Then it doesn't matter if you lose 1 or 2. That's just another information bit. But if you lose big, you can shoot your confidence right in the foot. So get those small wins during the day. It could be anything, that you want to accomplish during the day. If you want to be a better coworker, you want to be a better father, you want to be a better coach, you gotta divide that in small things. You're gonna focus on one thing, and just when you get it, keep the confidence. All right. I don't think I can cook any more soup on that. And I'm also aware that there are others who disagree. Yeah, everybody disagrees these days. It's kind of become a thing. Yeah. Thank you, Mary. Yeah. Yeah, and get your confidence from achievements. That's another thing, not from hollow things in life. Some people get their confidence from posts and digital selves and likes and clicks and stuff like that. That's hollow confidence. That's not you believing in you. That's other people believing in you. It's not the same thing. It needs to be your inner voice that believes in yourself. Keep your word to yourself on a daily basis. It doesn't matter what you tell anybody else. Not really. Of course, it's always good to keep your word. But the only thing that really matters is whether you keep your word to yourself. The moment you don't trust yourself, your confidence is going to slide right out the window. And the only way you can trust yourself is keeping the words. When you promise yourself something, oh, today I'm going to go to training, and I don't, you kick that in the ass. It's really bad. You have no idea what it does. It's I don't know how to explain that right now. But it's important to keep trust in yourself. Have a relationship with that little inner voice in you, And when it says, "Hey, but you promised you wanted to go train today," you're gonna go, "Yeah, you're right. Let's do it." I do that a lot. And nobody's perfect, I have days where work is hard and I'm simply too tired to go train. But there's this little inner voice that says to me, if you do this, you're on a slippery slope. It will be better if you go train. And I'm going to sit down. I'm going to think about it for a while. I'm going to say, yeah, you're absolutely right. We have to go train, even though I don't want to. So that's where discipline and confidence goes hand in hand. So, yeah, I am going to drop a link. If nobody joins, well, that's the wrong way to do it, because then nobody will join. But if anybody wants to jump in, they are very welcome. Sorry, guys, I need my coffee today. But yeah, me and Buzz, we have a presentation. We have a song. As I said, this one means a lot to Buzz. As I understand, he had this line around for 10, 15 years and has actually tried to make somebody sing it. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. It is called "To Be a Better Human." To Be a Better Human is the title. And I tried to put a little video with the polar bear in it. And I hope everybody likes it. So, well, people are not going to join when I do this. So we're going to play it. This is the premiere for Bossicino and the Bears' new song. Enjoy.
Sometimes all you need is a pair of loving arms to comfort you when the day's gone bad. Sometimes all it takes is a smile to warm your heart and cheer you up when you are feeling sad. Just remember to give those loving arms in return, and a smile at every chance you can. 'Cause turnaround is fair play and love builds love. Do this and you will be a better human. Sometimes all you need is a little bit of help when you cannot make it on your own. Sometimes all it takes is kind words to change your mind and help you understand you're not alone. Just remember to give that bit of help in return. Make kind words part of your daily plan. 'Cause turnaround is fair play and love builds love. Do this and you will be a better human. Sometimes all you need is a roof over your head when you find yourself out in the cold. Sometimes all it takes is some time to fill your soul. Good company is worth its weight in gold. Just remember to give some shelter in return, and make time for friends when you can. Oh, do this and you will be a better human. 'Cause turnaround is fair play and love builds love. Do this and you will be a better human.
Yep. So this was this week's song, written by Bossacino and produced by The Bear. So, yeah, now is the time if you want to join me. Otherwise, I'm going to cut it short today. I don't have much more to say. It's thank you, Jake. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of like it too. You know, it's different. I never thought I made a country western. We are trying to go all the way around. We have done reggae now, country western. We have done duets and ballads and rock, and yeah, it's all on. If you don't have it, it's called Bossacino and the Bear. We have a YouTube channel. So next week is gonna be even more special. I can say that right now. That is something I've been working on for a while now that I wanted to implement, and it's I can guarantee you next week is going to be a brand new style, something you haven't heard before. So there we go, a little teaser. Yeah. What else can I say today? Building confidence is It's not hard, really. It's, as I said, just doing what you said you would do. That's all it is. Sometimes it helps. It's different from person to person. I'm the kind of person, I'm pretty proud. I'm pretty, what do you call it? Yeah, proud, I think is the word. When I tell people that I'm going to do something, I make damn sure that I'm going to do it because it's just in my nature. It's an ego thing, I think, but I do everything I can to make it when I say that I'm going to do something, you know. So that is my way to build confidence. I put it out there. If I sit here and I have a thought, I want to do something, then I put it out there and say, listen, this is what I'm going to do, guys. Even I haven't really turned on my mind yet, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go if I go to the gym, they say, I don't know if I'm going to go to Sweden. I'm going to go there and say, you know what? I think Sweden would be the right spot, and I start implementing myself in a situation where I have to go to Sweden. And when I have to, that's where the confidence starts to come in, because I have to. I promised myself to do this. I have to do it. So now I have to work toward it. It's all right. Nobody needs to join. I like to go to bed early. That's fine by me, because I had a long day today. But that's the other ball gate, the ballpark that I talked of in the start, is that it can also pull you down. So you have to watch it really careful, especially if you are a loose cannon like I am. I do whatever the fuck I want when I want, and if you're too confident in those situations, it's gonna get you hurt. I can bring it up again. My trip to Memphis, I got in trouble because I was too confident. And my confidence let me overlook my state of mind and my physical state. So I kind of believed that I was able to do something I wasn't. And the moment I got in the situation, I got hit in the face with reality, and it was like, holy shit. If shit comes to show, I can't even fucking run, And that's what confidence can do. It can shut down that logical side of you that makes rational decisions. Not necessarily bad decisions, but they're not based on rationality, that's for sure. So I kind of like to think that you need to overshoot in order to know where you are. It's difficult to, you have to go too far. Now I'm contradicting myself a little bit, but you have to step over that line in order to move the line forward. It's just like American football. You have to cross the line of scrimmage in order to progress, And sometimes when you try crossing the line of scrimmage, you get pushed back and you lose yards. And that happens in life too. That's just a part of it. But if you don't try to push, you won't get anywhere, Just don't make unrealistic plays in that football game. That for sure is set up for failure because you're too confident in your skills. Take it yard by yard, inch by inch, and work yourself down the field. So that was a little American analogy for you. So yeah, and right now I'm a pretty confident bastard. I must say, I wasn't a year ago, or even 8 months ago. I wasn't. Um, I don't know why. I had a thing when I came home from the US the first time. I had like 8 months, and if you saw my videos from there, you can see my confidence low. I wasn't in a bad state because I was very relaxed and filled with peace. So it had its place, but my confidence was right out the window. My confidence to my sport, my confidence to the future, anything was right out the window. And I just said, fuck it. I'm going to sit at a lake and I'm going to watch bird flies over my head until I feel like not doing that anymore. So yeah. And it wasn't bad for me because when I decided to come back, it wasn't hard, It was just a moment where I sat down and I lost every confidence I had in everything. But because I am used to be a confident guy, it came back pretty fast. All I needed to do was get to the gym and start grinding, and all of a sudden I'm back. So it's like muscle memory. Once you have it, it doesn't go away, unless you start to misusing it, unless you get overconfident, unless you start doubting yourself, which is the direct opposite. So maintain. That's the key. It's hard to get and easy to lose, but it's actually pretty easy to maintain it if you are focused on it and have if you're aware of it, the process, then it's pretty easy to maintain it. But if you don't, you lose it. If you don't use that muscle, you lose it, just like anything else. Yeah, I'm rambling. So if nobody's joining, I'm going to find another piece of music to show what I mean. And this one, okay, maybe not. I like to find something with really confidence. Videos. Music. All right, I'm trying. Here's something.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. If you don't feel blessed, you won't be blessed. You gotta know your worth before you can be worth anything. All the days when not a thing went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I can't fight. When failure tried to take my mind, I wouldn't let failure take my life. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I can't fight. Broken in pain, lonely, battered and bruised, always the same day. Nothing new or unusual, seems like nothing changed. It's always the same rules. No matter how bad it gets, I refuse to lose. No matter how bad it gets, I'll keep on moving. No matter how bad it gets, I can still choose to keep fighting up, to keep trying up, to keep grinding up, keep rising up. I just got to that point where enough was enough. I can't keep complaining, sitting and waiting for luck. I have to stop asking why me and start looking inside. Push through the pain and tell my story on the other side. Had to renew my mind and start fighting. I won't lie, it was frightening, but I survived. That choice got me to where I am today. If you think things always run my way, listen close to what I gotta say. All the days when not a thing went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights.
I'm not blessed because it all ran right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I got fight. When life try to take my mind, I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all ran right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I got fight. They never got to see all the sleepless nights, all the sacrifices, the choice between heat and eating or having lights, all the knockdowns, knockbacks and failed tries. They don't see the wounds and scars cause they're internalized. They think I'm blessed and think that everything went right. They just see the end results and think I'm alright because I always smile. But they ain't seen the grind. I work so hard that overtime is just normal time. When you lose it all and then still lose again, it builds a different kind of fight inside. It builds a different kind of drive, different kind of fight, different kind of fire, different kind of desire, a different kind of light. But I'm blessed because I've got fight. I wasn't handing nothing. The callus on my hand shows you I ain't bluffing. I'm like the time, you can't stop me for nothing. It's a marathon and I just keep on running. All the days when not a thing went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. Take my mind, I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I got fight.
That's my blessing. Not that I was handed my dreams, but that I had enough fight in me, that I had enough belief in me to go after my dream, that I had the courage to keep going, to push through the pain, to rise through the darkness, and to tell my story on the other side. My story, my blessed story.
All the days when not a thing went right, all the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all ran right. I'm a warrior, I'm blessed because I got fight. When life try to take my mind, I won't let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all ran right. I'll never give up, I'm blessed because I got fight.
Yeah. And let me say this, as a community, as people who has other people around them, if you trust the people around you, you shouldn't be afraid to have a lot of confidence. That's why I would try to push myself forward, propel yourself forward in comfort settings. When you're around friends, when you're around family, that's where you show your confidence. But it has to be confidence that comes from you, not from them. We all have a side we show our family and friends, and the confidence shouldn't come because of that. You need to show your true self, who you are, and if that had confidence, you can build it in those settings. I mean, when you're with friends and family, they're going to pull you down if you get too far, if you get too cocky or you step out of your element. And on the other hand, they're going to embrace you if that confidence is helping them in any way or shape or form. Let me, for myself, I started doing this for real after I joined Mike's show. I started doing YouTube in 2019, 2020 kind of thing. I think it was 2020. I started covering all the nonsense that came out with the COVID. And back then I was not confident at all. I was not confident that anybody wanted to hear what I had to say. I wasn't confident in my ability to do the YouTube and do the StreamYard and all that. I was very, very, if I play clips from back then, I should, but I don't have anything by hand. You can tell. Go back and watch Rebel TV. That channel is open. Go back and watch the early videos on that, and you'll see a totally different guy than I am today. And that's the confidence that does it. I have confidence that some people actually want to hear what I have to say. And I have confidence that if other people want something else, they can go find something else. You know, I know what I'm good at, I know what I can do, and I don't need to become somebody I'm not, you know. And I started doing that early 21, 22. I started to trying to be this guy that's going to save and change the world, you know. And that's why it became too much. And unfortunately, I didn't have anybody to tell me that. So I had to learn the hard way. I have to follow my face. But I did. And luckily, I have not enough self-discipline to see that, you know what? You're not that guy, you know. You have to keep within your own reins and what you can do. And so, yeah, the moment I took that decision, that's where I become what you see now. I'm much more calm. I'm much more relaxed, and I just say whatever I don't plan much these days. I just say whatever I want, and you know what? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Today I don't feel like I said much, but it doesn't matter because some of the other days I said enough, and for people to have, you know, a good experience. So it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to be valuable every single time. It's all about progress. It's all about shooting pigeons, you know, or ducks. You don't have to hit every time. You just have to hit some. It's basically that simple. And that's the mantra I go by. I don't care if somebody can shoot 30 ducks in an afternoon and I shoot 12. That's fine. You know, 12 is better than 5, you know, or none. So that's what gives me calm to do YouTube these days, because I don't have to be anybody that I'm not. I'm just me. I'm just a guy sitting here and airing my thoughts. And sometimes there's a little golden corn, you know, that you can use. And other times I'm just rambling for the wind, and it's all fine as long as we're going in the right direction. And I think we are. I know people behind the scenes that listen to me, and actually get a lot of value of what I'm saying. I never experienced that like that before, and it's been a mantra of mine. I want that. I want that with my martial arts. I want that in the physical world. But now I also got it in the mental side of this realm, and so I'm gonna keep doing it. And I don't care if there's the same guys and girls that are here every week. It's fine by me. You know, because I know that those who are here is people that want to be here. You know, and I can only do that by being myself. You see, it's a very direct route. If I'm myself and people don't like it, I don't want them here anyway. You know, and if people like what they see, it's me, and I can be me all the time. It's a win-win situation. It's perfect, you know, and that gives me the confidence to just sit here and ramble and say whatever I want, because either you want it or you don't want it, and everything's fine by me. Hey there, JP, good to see you. So a little update. I have made the plans. I've ordered the tickets and everything. I am going to Lisbon in Portugal for the European Championship in January. It's going to be the next big thing. I've been thinking about it for a while, and now I put it out there. See what I do? I put it out there. I was in doubt whether I should go for the Europeans this year, but you know what I did? I just went in there. I bought my plane tickets, unrefundable plane tickets, and now I have to go. And because I have the tickets, now I'm sitting here making the decision, telling you guys that that's what I'm going to do. And when I take that decision, I'm going to take that to the gym and I'm going to work really hard, and yeah, I'm going to gain my confidence that way. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to be confident when you start out with something. That's what I'm trying to say. But if you follow this little formula, and it's different from person to person, the way you should do it is probably not the same way I do it, or the guy next door. But find out a little rhythm, small points that will lead you in the right direction towards being confident of something. And yeah, if you get that, it's easy. It's like ABC. Yeah. And I'm the guy that needs to be pushed a little, because I am a lazy fuck. If I let myself go, I will sit on this couch and I will sip coffee and eat ice cream all day. That's a part of me. I have a part of me that's pretty fucking lazy. So I have to push myself. But I have confidence enough in myself that I know that I'm going to get off the couch. So sometimes I do it, but I'm always aware of the consequence of what I'm doing. If I buy an ice cream, I say to myself, oh shit, it's going to be bad Monday. Monday, I have to train my ass off. It's not going to be fun because you ate ice cream. And every action have a reaction. But if you always keep your promise to yourself, you're going to get far. That's the most important key in this world. Never lie to yourself. If you have to, lie to the rest of the world, but never to yourself. Because that's where this little thought comes into your brain. Well, I don't think I can do it. Maybe I'm not strong enough. Maybe I'm not good enough. And that's where progress fails. So be confident. And never be afraid to be overconfident in good surroundings, because they will pull you down if it gets too far. But if you are in surroundings where you're not safe, you're not in a good environment, now you should watch. I would rather keep it on a low side in those situations, So, yeah, there you go. That's kind of my rant about confidence. And yeah, on that note, nobody's joining. I'm going to end the show. And I'm going to go to bed early. Oh, yeah. I'm very confident that will be good for me. Yeah. So, yes, your boss. Of course. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it with that. That was something I wanted to say, but I forgot. So it is what it is. Love you all, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Peace out.
It's a process. It's built brick by brick, step by step, experience by experience. Confidence is earned. It's the result of discipline, consistency, and learning to trust yourself. Confidence doesn't come from outside sources. It doesn't come from someone telling you that you're great or from a string of accomplishments. No, those things help, but real confidence comes from within. It's about developing the internal belief that no matter what happens, no matter the setbacks, you can rely on yourself to handle it. And I'm telling you, life will test you on that. It will ask, are you sure you can do this? Are you strong enough? And it's in those moments that your confidence will either rise or crumble. One of the foundational pillars of success, whether in business or personal life, is confidence. The kind of confidence that isn't swayed by a bad day, a harsh word, or a failed attempt. The kind of confidence that stands tall no matter what. But how do we build this type of confidence? I'm going to share with you 5 rules I've learned over the years. I've learned these rules from my mentors, and trust me, it is an art. But it's also a science. There are things you can do, actions you can take to build long-lasting confidence. Not the kind that fades when things get tough, but the kind that grows stronger with each challenge. The first rule for building long-lasting confidence is to master the small disciplines. Now let me tell you what I mean by that. Confidence doesn't come from doing something grand once in a while. It comes from doing the little things every day consistently until they become second nature. You see, it's easy to overlook the small things, but what happens when you start skipping those little things? You start to weaken your foundation. Think about it. If you make a promise to yourself, even a small one, and you don't keep it, you chip away at your own self-belief. You're telling yourself in subtle ways that you can't be trusted, and if you can't trust yourself, how can you be confident? Confidence is built on trust, on knowing that you'll do what you say you'll do, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient. The reason this works is that you're training yourself to succeed. Every time you follow through on a small commitment, you're reinforcing the idea that you are someone who does what they say they will do. And over time, that builds a powerful foundation of trust. You're no longer relying on external validation to feel good about yourself. You've built it from within, brick by brick, day by day. But let me be clear. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You're gonna slip up. You're gonna have days where you don't meet your own standards. That's part of being human. But here's the key. When you slip up, get back on track as quickly as possible. Don't let one missed day turn into a missed week and then a missed month. The sooner you get back to your small disciplines, the less damage you'll do to your confidence. Let me ask you something. How often do you keep the promises you make to yourself? Not the big ones, like landing that job or buying that house, but the small ones. Do you follow through on your daily commitments? Because if you're not, that's where you need to start.